Good evening and welcome to Bharat News on Bharat TV. I'm Mona Sharma Gupta here with today's comprehensive coverage of top stories. In breaking news, India mourns the loss of former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh with a state funeral announced to honor his legacy. Locally, Georgia lawmakers gain approval to subpoena Fani Willis in the Trump case, while Biden orders a last minute Pentagon arms delivery to Ukraine. Meanwhile, Florida enacts a bold law to curb kids' social media use. And Vivek Ramaswamy criticizes American parenting as MAGA crowds oppose H-1B visas. From India, Mallikarjun Kharge, leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha, advocates for a memorial alongside Dr. Manmohan Singh's last rites. And Law and Justice Minister Arjun Meghwal apologizes for comments on the poet Saint Meerabai. Protests erupt over calls for a BPSC prelims re-exam, and India's Forex reserves drop significantly. Internationally, Germany dissolves parliament, paving the way for February 2025 elections amid political uncertainty. In breaking news, former Indian Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh was farewelled with a state funeral, recognizing his vast contributions to the nation. The globally respected economist and politician passed away at age 91 on December 26, 2024, leaving behind a transformative legacy in governance and economic reforms. Tributes have been poured in from across political and global spectrums. Singh's tenure as PM, spanning a decade, witnessed significant growth and global integration. Leaders have hailed his humility and vision, while the public mourns the loss of a national icon. Singh's funeral featured military honors and was attended by many national and international dignitaries. A 7-day mourning period has been declared, with flags flown at half-mast. Opposition leader Mallikarjun Kharge has urged a memorial site alongside Singh's last rites. Analysts call this a pivotal moment in Indian politics, celebrating a statesman's enduring legacy. In local news, a Georgia court has ruled in favor of state lawmakers seeking to subpoena Fulton County DA Fani Willis for information on her case against former President Trump. The ruling marks a significant legal development amid the politically charged investigation. Lawmakers aim to scrutinize the evidence and motivations behind Willis' prosecution. Critics argue the move risks undermining judicial independence and setting dangerous precedents. Proponents defend it as a legislative oversight over prosecutorial authority. The decision has sparked intense debates among legal experts and political commentators. Trump allies have celebrated the ruling as a victory for transparency. Observers note the implications this case could have on future political investigations. Willis has vowed to continue her work undeterred. This legal battle reflects the deepening polarization in US politics. President Joe Biden has directed the Pentagon to deliver additional weapons to Ukraine weeks before leaving office. The move aims to bolster Ukraine's defense capabilities amid escalating Russian aggression. Critics question the timing, viewing it as an attempt to secure his administration's foreign policy legacy. Supporters argue it underscores Biden's commitment to supporting global democracies. The shipment includes advanced missile systems and ammunition, signaling strong U.S. backing for Kyiv. Republicans have accused Biden of bypassing congressional oversight in a lame duck period. Analysts predict this decision could complicate U.S.-Russia relations for the incoming administration. Ukrainian officials have expressed gratitude, emphasizing the critical need for continued military aid. This highlights the enduring complexities of the Ukraine conflict. The move cements Biden's stance in defending allied nations against authoritarian threats. Florida has enacted a new law aimed at limiting social media use among children and teens, drawing national attention. The legislation mandates age verification and restricts access during school hours. Proponents argue the law will protect young minds from harmful online influences. Critiques, however, raise concerns over privacy violations and enforceability. Governor DeSantis hailed the law as a step towards healthier digital habits for the next generation. Schools and parents have mixed reactions, citing challenges in monitoring compliance. Tech companies have expressed opposition, questioning the feasibility of implementing restrictions. The law could set a precedent for other states exploring similar regulations. Analysts highlight the need for a balanced approach to address digital addiction. The success of this initiative will likely shape future policymaking on digital behavior. Entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy has sparked controversy by blaming poor parenting for America's perceived educational decline. The comments came amid MAGA protests demanding an end to H-1B visas for Indian workers. Protesters argue foreign workers are displacing American talent, while Ramaswamy calls for reforming education and parenting norms. His remarks have ignited debates over immigration policies and their impact on the US workforce. Critics accuse him of deflecting from the systematic issues affecting the job market. Supporters view his statements as a bold critique of cultural challenges in modern parenting. The H-1B program remains a contentious topic, with businesses advocating for skilled foreign labor. Analysts warn that such polarizing rhetoric could exacerbate societal divisions. The debate underscores the broader challenges of balancing immigration with economic priorities. In Indian news, Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge has called on PM Modi to include a permanent memorial site as part of Dr. Manmohan Singh's last rites. Kharge emphasized Singh's unparalleled contributions to India's development and global stature. The proposal has sparked discussions about honoring leaders in public memory. Supporters argue such a memorial could inspire future generations. Critics caution against politicizing the funeral process. Singh's state funeral was a moment of national unity, celebrating his legacy as a reformist leader. Observers highlight the importance of preserving historical narratives through memorials. The government has yet to respond to Kharge's request. This debate underscores the enduring impact of Dr. Manmohan Singh's leadership on India's progress. Union Minister Arjun Meghwal issued a public apology for controversial remarks about poet Saint Meerabai following widespread backlash. Meghwal's comments were seen as disrespectful to the revered historical figure, sparking protest from cultural and religious groups. Critics accused the minister of undermining India's rich literary heritage. The apology was aimed at diffusing tensions, with Meghwal expressing regret for any unintended offense. Supporters argued the issue highlights the need for cultural sensitivity in public discourse. Historians have emphasized Meerabai's enduring legacy as a symbol of devotion and resilience. Analysts view this incident as a reminder of the risks political leaders face in addressing cultural icons. The controversy has reignited interest in Meerabai's contribution to Indian spirituality and art. Protests in Bihar have intensified their calls for a re-examination of the BPSC prelims, citing alleged irregularities. Demonstrators accused the Bihar Public Service Commission of mishandling the exam process, affecting thousands of aspirants. Authorities have dismissed claims of malpractice, urging calm among the protesting students. Education experts warn that a re-exam could set a precedent for future disputes. The protests reflect broader dissatisfaction with transparency in competitive examinations. Political leaders have weighed in, with opposition parties criticizing the state government's handling of the issue. Social media has amplified the protesters' demand, garnering nationwide attention. Observers note the importance of maintaining credibility in public institutions. The resolution of this issue will have significant implications for Bihar's educational governance. India's Forex reserves fell by $8.4 billion to $643.3 billion, marking a notable decline amid global economic uncertainties. The Reserve Bank of India attributed the drop to fluctuations in foreign currency assets. Analysts highlight the impact of rising global interest rates and geopolitical tensions on reserve stability. The dip comes as India prepares for increased spending on infrastructure and welfare programs. Economists urge cautious management of reserves to avoid fiscal strain. The government has assured that the reserves remain robust enough to handle external shocks. Critics call for transparency in reserve utilization to instill public confidence. The decline underscores the challenges of navigating global economic volatility. This development could influence future policy decisions on trade and currency management. In international news, Germany's president has dissolved the parliament, confirming early elections in February 2025 amid a political impasse. The move follows months of deadlock over forming a stable government after recent coalition collapses. The election is expected to redefine Germany's political landscape, with far-right parties gaining ground in polls. Critics warn of growing polarization as mainstream parties struggle to regain public trust. Observers predict high voter turnout driven by economic and immigration debates. Germany's allies are closely monitoring the situation, given its influence in EU policymaking. Political analysts emphasize the stakes for Germany's leadership role in Europe. The decision reflects the country's democratic mechanisms for resolving crisis. This election is poised to shape Germany's trajectory in a rapidly changing geopolitical environment. That's all for tonight's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in to Bharat News on Bharat TV. Please check our social media sites. This is Mona Sharma Gupta signing out. I'll see you soon.